What's up, guys? Long time no see. I picked up this Jackson Soloist a few days ago. A 2016 Jackson Soloist SLX. Came with the Duncan design pickups, but the guy I bought it from replaced the bridge pickup with a Seymour Duncan Jason Becker perpetual burn pickup in lime green. But he said they had some kind of funky stuff going on with the tone knob. About it, if it's on full, does something strange. I don't know. I'll see what it means later on, but for right now, this is just a restring and cleanup because, yeah, the strings are covered in rust, the frets are corroded as fuck, the hardware is corroded and rusted. But if it all works, if the floyd rose, the nut, everything else works, I'm not gonna replace it just yet because I have a mod list I'm already working on. But anywho, the pots feel nice. Tone knob does feel a little weird. Like a little bit gritty and sounds a little weird whenever you turn it. But that everything else works good. I think the tone knob might need to be replaced, but long story short, EMGs, problem solved. That's what I normally put in my guitars anyway, so I might go ahead and do that. This is, I think they stopped using rosewood on the X series in like 2018. I think either 2018 or 2019. So this is one of the last ones, last years. They used rosewood on the X series. Pretty cool. Maple neck, basswood wings. I don't know if it's basswood or just poplar like my 2021 Soloist. I don't know. I don't really care, honestly. It's a neck through. Most of the components are on maple. So anywho, let's get this show on the road. So yeah, one of the easiest ways I found to change the strings on the Floyd Rose is one, you have the bar in it. Two, tone block. Doesn't matter what kind it is, as long as it's about this thickness, because for some reason it'll fit underneath the bridge in the cavity right here, to where I can take the strings off and the bridge won't sit in the cavity, to where whenever I go to put new strings on it, whenever I go to actually tune it up, I'm not sitting on the other side, wind, and tune over and over again, while the bridge is slowly coming back up. It saves a hell of a lot of time. Well, this one needed two tone blocks. You can see them, and they're stacked. The bridge is sitting a little higher than what I'd like it to be, but hey, it'll be in the ballpark to get started, and it'll let me take the strings out relative ease. So yeah, let's get this shit on let's get this shit on the road. Well, that was some dirty ass strings. Like literally freaking sandpaper strings. Holy crap. The frets do not look bad. Well, wear wise. Once I, polish the frets, they'll be pretty freaking good. They're not like wore out, they're just not clean. The bridge actually, how would I say this? The lock screws in the back, they actually turn really well. The fine tuners actually turn really well. Back when Floyd specials were actually pretty good. Because now they're all gritty and shit. You know, like on my other Soloist, it was gritty. It didn't feel so good. This one's not bad. I still would like to upgrade the bridge one day, but that's gonna be for another time in another video. Right now, we're just restoring this thing. Or restoring. I say restoring, it's more like just maintenance that hadn't been did for a long time. Or what looks like a long time. The tuners on the headstock actually work pretty good. They don't skip or not loose or anything like that. It's actually not a bad guitar. Well, next up is to dust it off because it's rather dusty. I'm thinking about taking the plate off the spring cavity in the back. Take the control cavity off too, just to make sure everything is straight-ish in there. But yeah, let's get to it. Well, it doesn't look too bad in the back. Of course, like my Soloist and the Rhodes I used to have, there's the wood right here that shouldn't be there. Design flaw from the factory, but you know what can you do? Anywho, the wiring doesn't look bad. They actually soldered the wires in place. Now the only thing that I'm kind of concerned about is this snipped green wire, but hey, this is exactly why I go with EMGs. They sound good, number one. Two, they're consistent. And three, you ain't gotta worry about all this shit. But yeah, literally. An EMG swap, if done correctly, takes about maybe 20 minutes. If that. But yeah. That's in the future. I might go with the 5766, because I'd say that's my favorite set, honestly. They sound good. They actually have more, I would say, body than the 8185 set. Well, the bridge pickup anyway. They sound good. They sound more fuller. And in turn, kind of semi-translates to a little more output, I guess. I don't know. But, yeah, also ain't gotta worry about this damn ground claw. But yeah. Flip this over. Whoa. Losing some styrofoam. Oh well. Well, I got up to, from the 24th fret up to the 12th fret. Like I said, they're cleaning it up really nice. Just steel wool back and forth over it, get all the corrosion off. And yeah, it does clean the fretboard, so it's also good. I'm still gonna wipe it down. The fretboard, wipe it down with some wetness after I'm done, but look at this shit. Oof. That's horrid. Well, yeah. It's going along so good. Well, I gave the frets the cleaning they needed. Fretboard too. Also, remember to remove the nut so you don't, keep hitting it with stuff. Yeah, it come out pretty damn good. Honestly. Yeah. I'm liking how this is turning out. Very nice. I did notice they have like a a couple nicks here and there, but it's a 5-year-old guitar that has been sitting for a long ass time. So I'm taking this guitar with a grain of salt and still liking it, yeah. And I'm back. This thing cleaned up really nice. Put Ernie Ball 9 of 46, tuned to E flat, my usual. This thing cleaned up really well. Yeah. I did it like this, you know, because I don't have locking tuners on it yet. Why locking tuners with a locking nut and locking bridge? Well, the thing is, it makes string changing a lot easier. You ain't gotta, set it on the post and then, wind it. You just put it, lock it, get to going. But for now, using all the hardware it came with, it's actually pretty good. Now let's just see what this pickup sounds like. But as far as the tone knob goes, you can hear it. I think I know what happened. I don't know if you can see it on the camera. Yeah, right there. There's a finish crack. Going right there, you can see the reflection of the light. My guess is they whacked it up against something. They hit the tone knob, screwed the knob up. Anywho, as long as it works for now until I can get the EMGs in here, I'm happy. What I'm going with is probably gonna be the 5766 like my other Soloist. Now if I get the regular EMG 5766 or the TW set where I can split the coils is yet to be seen, but hey. For now it looks to be good to go. Thanks for checking the video out. Like it, subscribe, comment what you think. Yeah, it's a very nice guitar. Not a bad price either. I only paid like $300 for it. It's not bad.